Okay, let me try this again. So this is where we're at. And if you're wanting to try to find the net force of what direction is this going to go and by how much force will be applied to this object. And then on top of that, you want to find out how fast it will accelerate towards that direction. So let's first find our x and y axis. So if I want to find the force on the x-axis, which is this way, okay, we're going to take our 8 newtons of force going to the left, and we're going to take our other 8 newtons of force, which is to the right. So that basically means I have a negative 8 newtons and a positive 8 newtons. And of course, that would equal out to 0 on the x-axis. So I'm just put that right there. And then on the y-axis, which is going up and down, we have our 50 newtons of force going up. And then I have the 2 newtons of force going down. So that means I have a positive 50 newtons and a negative 2 newtons of force. So that leaves me with 50 newtons, a positive and a minus. Positive times a minus is going to equal a minus. So that leaves me with 50 minus 2, which leaves me with 48 newtons of force on the y-axis. Right? Okay, so now that I know my force going up, that means I'm going to be going up by 48 newtons of force pulled, and on the y-axis I am not moving any force. It's 0. So basically my net force is 48 going up. There's nothing pulling to the right. There's no force. So my 48 newtons is positive, or we could say up, is equal to my net force. That is the total force that is going to be applied on the piano. And it's not 50 because I'm still pulling down with 2 just to keep it steady, trying to help it keep it steady. So with that in mind, now that we know our force, we can use our force is equal to our mass times acceleration rate. So if I know that I'm going up with a pull of 48 newtons and my mass is 100 kilograms, then I can find out how fast it will accelerate in that direction of the up direction, right? So if I want to move this 100 to the other side to get A by itself, I have to look at what's happening in between. In between these two things is a multiplication factor, so I'm going to do the opposite of multiply, which is to divide. And since I'm moving the 100, I'm dividing by the 100. What I do on one side, I must do to the other.